What's going on, everybody? This is Hunter. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. As you can see behind me, we have got my first 2027 Alliance fifth wheel. This is going to be the 2027 Alliance Avenue 27RK, and this is an awesome 32-foot rear kitchen fifth wheel. I think you guys are going to really love it. If you guys don't mind, drop some comments along the way. Say what's up. Maybe hit that like and subscribe button if you guys are new to the channel. But I'll tell you what, it's pretty darn cool what they were able to take in a couple's coach with a small footprint, only 32 feet, and what they were able to do in terms of workability, dare I say livability. It is full-time rated, but you have a kind of a classic floor plan with their own little twists on it. I really like how they put a desk in the back area, because I think a lot of manufacturers kind of forget what it's like when you're actually using it. That's exactly why we wanted to put a desk in the fifth wheel that we designed, the 38 RV Hunter, was so that way the kids, the grandkids, things like that could, sit down and have a functional space. Now we're going to get back here to the exterior. I think we can all agree it looks pretty darn good. One thing that Alliance does do really well is the access with the pass-through storage, having some of the controls for like the awnings and things like that. That way you can watch out for trees. But we're going to start off on the inside, then work our way around out. But man, new to 2027, baby. And they just, over the years, they don't change too much. But boy, oh boy, oh boy, are they a good looking camper. And they're one of the better built campers as well. You can see over here, you have those atrium windows. So basically that's just fancy talk for, hey, I've got a ton of windows for a ton of good views. Of course, if you don't want the views, they do have these handy dandy little pull tabs to bring out the Dracula shade, baby. So you are covered there. You can keep some nosy eyes out, stop the old skin from sizzling. But what an incredible breeze that you can get here in this model. You can see in this slide, you got your recliners or your love seat, depending on how you want to use it. And then you have your table, which has that little bench style seating with a little bit of storage, 2 chairs. And man, that's that desk I was talking about. We'll get over there here in just a second, but what a nice little area. Over on this side, you have a ton of countertop space, but you're also going to get the TV on a televator. You can see this little cutout right here. So the TV's going to right there. It's going to block up that window. But right now, when you want a good view, you want to see some grass down at the warehouse, you can see some grass down at the warehouse, baby. So you got your little fireplace here to keep you nice and a roasty and a toasty. You actually get a pretty decent amount of storage for the size of this RV. And I do like the fact that it's going to be on that hands-free strut system. You don't have to worry about fumbling around, grabbing something out. You're good to go. And it uses one of my more favorite ones. There's nothing wrong with that little kind of like brass type material. Real hardwood. And then up here, you can see shining up like justice. You got that hardwood just for a little extra, little decor touch, I guess you could say. For the fancy folk out there, y'all be mighty pleased. So another thing, they're not using any trim. So it's going to be cut to finish right there, which is really nice. So I do dig that. They're not hiding anything. It's just kind of all out in the open, kind of what they're doing. And then across all these avenues here, you can see it's got that solid surface countertop. So babe, if you're watching, I love you. An outlet with a GFCI right here. And then you do have the drawers. Now these are going to be able to hold up to 90 pounds as well, which is pretty darn nice. I think if you put any more than that, you got some hoarding problems. You got to get yourself in a house. Stainless steel undermounted bowl here with the high-rise faucet. Whoosh, 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 hitting those dishes from all angles. And the nice thing too about the plumbing, and that's in every Alliance that I've seen so far. I can't say for certain it's across the board, but I'm pretty sure it's across the board. You have the shutoff valves. What an incredible space down there for, your trash cans or anything like that. You also notice it is on that soft close. Now flip it back around. You got your sink and then you got your oven. So you can do all your stuff, set it all up, pour the mac and cheese in a bowl and then rinse it off right there. So convenient location for you. You got a pull-out drawer. Sorry, I forgot the TV was there, so it's a short drawer. So I yanked that a little too hard, but you get the idea. And then, a deeper drawer here, and then a little bit of storage on this side, which will be, similar to the storage on the other. You got yourself a 3-top burner to whip up all the fixings. So if you want to get cooking, you got room for beans, greens, tomatoes, potatoes. Actually, I should start doing that in every video. Beans, greens, beans, potatoes, tomatoes. Microwave. I probably shouldn't actually do that in every video. Maybe you guys let me decide. What do you think? Would you like that to be the new thing instead of potato mode? just start screaming, beans, greens, beans, tomatoes, potatoes. You guys remember that video? If you didn't, you think I'm crazy now. The nice thing about this refrigerator too is it's up a little bit higher. So it's really great for my height, that's for sure. Boom, you can reach in there, get your freezer, open up right there. Don't want to mess up their, well, look at that. The battery just went out. So right here, you do have the overhead storage. You got another little window. You can again see that bench style seating there for you. And you open that up and you're ready to rock with even more storage. But even with the lights off, you can see these windows are starting to shine through so nice. During the day, you can turn off that light if you're doing a little bit of boondocking, or if you're low on battery like I am in this case. You are still going to be pretty darn good during the day. I think that's pretty darn cool. Let's see here. I think it's just because I opened up the fridge. So I can turn, yeah. So I can turn the lights back on. I turned on that fridge there. So let's go ahead and bust that out. So the battery's kind of at an okay amount of power down here, which makes sense. But to be able to turn it back on that easy, you know, it's pretty darn nice. So right there, you just slide your hand on. So right here is going to be a backlit pantry as well. Notice how it's on the adjustable shelving, whether you want to completely remove it or, you know, maybe raise one up for like a spice rack and then keep like a vacuum or something down below. You can do that. Glazed birch. That sounds fancy. Another thing that they're doing, which I really like, I've pointed out in the Valor videos I did, is the SmartWire color-coded wires. So basically, like, let's just say this light goes out. You don't know what the heck's going on with it. Well, you can pull the wire and you can check and it'll, you know, match up all the way throughout the camper. So you're keeping maintenance down, or if you're pretty handy, you won't have to call the manufacturer for the schematics, which is pretty nice. I don't know if I mentioned it previously, but this is going to be on a 101-inch wide body construction as well. And you notice how from turning that on, you also have the dimmers, so that way you can set the mood right with honey buns. Your control for the main is going to be right here. So that's going to be, you know, you can dim it down right there just by clicking a couple times. And then you can turn it off with one click. And then you can push it all the way back up. JBL speakers here as well with the USB-C. So if you want to hook up your phone, you're able to do so. And then the control for the Max Air fan, located right there. Help suck out the old steam or stink from whatever you're doing in the RV. You know, just make sure that you are, you know, kind of covered with some fresh air. All your different lighting controls, your tank heaters will be located right here. Your 2 awnings and your 2 slide outs can also be controlled from right up here. So flush floor in the bedroom. So they're just kind of explaining that it's just kind of one level pan from here on out. And then as you come on in, you can see the bathroom is nothing crazy, but at the same time, for a 32-foot fifth wheel, it is a very agreeable size. You got the porcelain throne on a little bit of an angle. You also got a place where you can hang a towel on me. And then you have your control for your GE gas-powered water heater. So as long as you have propane, you're going to be good to go. You got about 6'5" or so for head clearance. You got a pretty good amount of room for belly clearance as well. So the big folks out there will be pretty happy with that. I would say you're about a, probably about a 1.3 roundy, a 1.7 flat for this. You also have, and close your eyes for a second, the bowling gun, baby! Stainless steel undermounted sink as well. And then boom, you are good to go right there. Your GFCI, again, you have the shutoff valves there underneath the sink. The pull-out drawer hit to as well. And then I like that for, you know, for obvious reasons. All your towels and all that good stuff. Now here into the bedroom. Let's go ahead and get this light flipped on. Boom, baby. Nothing too crazy. You got the north to south bed. It does look like it's a residential queen, 60 by 80, which is nice. The other thing that I really enjoy is you can actually walk through. You can see, you know, you are you're good to go right there. So let's go ahead and flip on these lights. And boom. Storage there. Storage up above. Storage down below. You just got plenty of room for your stuff. TV backer. Another AC located right here. So you're going to get, I believe, 2 standard. You can get a third. Probably don't need it on a you know, RV this size. Emergency exit. So pull, push, and plop. Get out in a hurry. And then this is also going, I wonder what they do. They got a dirt bike in there. That's cool as can be. I bet they're dirt bike racers. They definitely do something with dirt bikes. I know that because I see with my eyes, baby. And then boom. They saved a turtle earlier today. Seem like really nice people. I feel like anyone that saves a turtle's got to be some good folks. You know what I mean? If you see a turtle and you just say, nah, you're probably pretty evil. That's what I say, at least, I guess. Yeah, that's where we're gonna leave with that. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the inside. Now we're gonna go back around the outside. But again, 2027 Alliance Avenue, 27 RK. If you guys have made it this far, drop some comments on the thoughts. You know, what do you guys think about the 27 situation that we got rocking? Over here, you got your dual awnings. You're also going to see you got your 4-point auto leveling, which is going to be very standard for this size RV. Heck, my 44-foot RV has got the 4-point auto level. And it sways a little bit, but it's nothing too crazy, so it does a good job. I imagine in this size, 12 feet shorter, it's going to be pretty darn snazzy. Up on the front, you do have some front cap lights, so it's going to go down the side right here. There's nice little soft glows. Obviously, it's the middle of the day, so I'm not a madman. I don't have those, you know, turned on. But then right through here is going to be where you're housing your batteries. So you got two places for your batteries. You got your battery disconnects and your solar charge controller as well. So it'll help you kind of, you know, juice up from the sun. Propane bottle all strapped in. And then it's even got the same flooring as the Valor for the, you know, kind of tough, rough, kind of beat me up material. And then right there for all your awning controls, and then your slide out as well with a couple plugins. And they're using the magnetic latches. So I definitely like the magnetic portion. I think it makes it really easy to get, honestly, everything, you know, up and down. You're just boom. You're not worrying about any clips that are breaking or anything like that, because most brands use such cheap clips that it's like, why bother? Composite steps slip up into the doorway. Obviously, you got your screen. This right here is an underrated little tool. So, I mean, it costs nothing to do, but not many brands do it. You just do that and make sure that your seals are flipped, so that way you're not getting, you know, any leaks or anything like that. They are using the Solera 3000 series for the awnings as well. So it's 2 better than the 1000. 1000 better than the 2000. Runs off the 12 volt basically is what I'm getting at. Head around the back. You got a beefy ladder, so it's a little bit nicer than some of the other ones because this does hold 300 pounds compared to 250. So most of you guys don't really care about that. I do, being 306 pounds. I could probably climb on that without a problem. I'm sure they left a little wiggle room, but and I guess legally I probably can't say that, so no, they did not. You got yourself a spray port, 4 connection, and then your 2-inch receiver as well, so you'll be good, you know, hooking up some things. There you go. Look at that. It wasn't even, I got the power over here. I'm being a ding dong. Got it running off the battery. And there's a box right there, and I didn't even have the amp controller. Oh, the cord's not plugged in. That's why it's not fully powered up. What a dingus. But, you know, I always say they hire me because I'm friendly, and, well, you know, that's true, and that's kind of proof of it. Right here, you got a little container for the old Stinky Slinky. You also notice that the slide that they're using, it's going to go all the way, it's a through floor slide, so it's going to be a little heavier. They're obviously not going to save weight on that, but in general, that's going to be one of the more desirable slides there for you in terms of any sort of issues or anything like that. Back end of that GE, and then they're also using the Suburban for the furnace, which is actually a little bit easier to maintenance than some of the other ones, which is nice. 50 amp connection located right there, which would have been handy to check prior to. Maybe the power wouldn't have gone out on me. But you have hot and cold water in the form of an outside shower. You also have all your different bypass valves, your city water connection, and your black tank flush. And I like how the valves are right here too, because mine are underneath my RV. It'd be nice just to be able to do that from right here when I'm filling up the water, just and then run that gray. And you know, you're good to go when you're doing your tanks. That's pretty darn nice. Other propane right there. Auto level controls right here. But all right, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the tour. Hope to catch you next time. Again, my name is Hunter, and this is the 2027 Alliance Avenue 27 RK. Have a great day. See you.